Good day, sir. I am Joshua T. Diaz from BSIT 1 or 2, and this is my midterm practical exam, part 1. So, instructions. First is this: define an empty list named fruits. Second, append the following fruit names to the list: apple, banana, and mango. Third, print the list and its length. Fourth, insert the orange at the second position in the list. Fifth, print the updated list and its length. Sixth, remove the last element of the list using pop and display the removed element. So, seventh, print the final list after removal. Eighth is use a for loop to traverse and print each fruits in the list. First is, itong button is to define an empty list named fruits. So na itong button is to append elements. So the append functions can only handle one value. So we have to append elements individually. So fruits that append open and close parentheses. So inside this parenthesis, we are going to write the value of the element na gusto nato i-add sa atong list. Okay? So in our case, we need to add apple first. Okay? Apple first. Apple. Next is we're going to add or append banana. Third is we're going to append mango. So if we are going to run this code, the apple, banana, and mango should be added or appended to our list consecutively. So ang una ma-add is banana, sunod is mango, sunod is ang una ma-add is apple, sunod banana, sunod ay mango. So let's check if na-add ba na siya by display the list. So I check. Initial list, and then next is ang name sa tuang list, which is fruits. Okay, check na to. There you have it. Na-add na ang apple, banana, o mango sa ato ang empty list. And sa instructions, we also need to display the size or the length of the list. So to do that, we need to print list length, comma, ang ato ibutang diri is ang len, ang size sa atong fruits. Okay, this function will count how many elements ang naa sa ato ang list. So in our case, we have 3 elements inside our list. So our expected output ani nga code should be 3. So let's try, let's see. Okay, 3. We are correct. So anong 3? Because tulo ka buok atong elements inside our list. So next, we are going to insert an element on a specific position. So to do that, we are going to write fruits dot insert open and close parenthesis. So inside the insert, inside the open and close parenthesis, duha atong isulat. The first one is ang index kung asa nato gusto i-insert ang atoang element. And the second one is the value of the element nga gusto nato i-insert. Okay. Sample. In our case, we are going to insert an element in the second position of our list. So by that, ang index sa second position is 1. So ang pag-count sa index, positive index, is we start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on and so forth. So the index of the second position is 1. That is why 1 atong ibutang dire. And sunod nato ang isulat is ang value nga gusto nato i-add, or ang element nga gusto, ang value sa element nga gusto nato i-add sa atong list. In our case, orange. Okay. If we are going to run this program, we expect nga ang orange is ma-insert siya at the second position of our list. So to check if na-insert ba siya, atong i-display the updated list. Okay. So to do that, mag-print rata and updated list. And ang value sa ang variable sa atong list. Ang name sa atong list, which is fruits. So to check if na-append or na-insert ba ang orange sa second position, so going to run. Okay. So the element orange is inserted at the second position. And the instructions, we also need to print the updated length. Okay. Siya. Same sa itong gibot kanina. Updated list length, which is ang fruits. Len open and close parenthesis fruits. Okay. So if we're going to run this program, ang ma-expect nato nga value or nga output ani is 4. Because na upat naman kabuok atong element sa atong list, because nag-insert man ta og orange. So that is apple, orange, banana, and mango. That makes 4 elements. So let's run this. Oops, na-miss. Okay. So updated list length. My god, wrong spelling. Updated 4. Okay, sakto ta. Nganong 4 kay we now have 4 elements sa atong list: apple, orange, banana, and mango. That makes 4. So next, we are going to remove an element using pop. So to remove an element using pop, we're going to write this fruits dot pop open close parenthesis. So this code, the pop function removes an element based on its index value. Okay, index value. So index, pag count sa index is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on and so forth. And by default, if the pop that does not have an index value, it will remove the last element of our list. So instructions nato is to remove the last element of the list using pop. So in this case, pwede na ta dili magbutang og index value sa pop because pop by default will remove the last element of the list. So ang last nga element sa atong list is mango. So if I run this program, it is expected nga ma-remove ang mango. So to check if na remove ba ang mango, we are going to print the removed element. So to do that, first we must store this to a variable. Let's say removed fruit. Okay, now we have a variable, and to display that, display the removed variable, need to print, okay, no, removed element, removed element. Ang variable sa removed, ang variable sa atong fruits dot pop is removed fruit. Okay, so let's check if, okay, mango. So nawala na ang mango. So to check if nawala with the mango, atong i-display ang final list. Okay, let's print, then tag final list, then atong variable list name, sa atong list which is fruits. Run na to. Okay, apple, orange, and banana. So as we notice, nawala na ang mango. Okay, sakto atong gibuhat. So finally, for the last instruction, we will be using a for loop to print each fruits in the list. So to do that, for loop to display each, okay, fruits. Do that for, let's say F stands for fruit. Okay, individual nga fruit in fruits, which is atong list, right? Then print F. So when print F, will print the current value of the current value sa F. So F is 1, then ang index sa if F is 1, if F is 0, i-print niya is ang apple, because the value of the first index or the index 0 is apple. Then next nga iteration, next pass, it will print orange, and next pass it will print banana. Let's try, let's see. So tara, naprintan niya apple, orange, and banana. So that's it. So sir, that's it for my part 1 of my midterm practical exam. Thank you, sir. Good day, Sir John. So this is the second part of my midterm practical exam. So instructions for the part 2. Define a list of unsorted numbers. Second is to implement the bubble sort algorithm to sort the list in ascending order. Third is to print the list before sorting. Fourth is to display the list after each pass of the sorting process. The fifth is to print the final sorted list. Sixth is to use a for loop to traverse the list and perform swapping where necessary. 7 is to ensure the code is well structured, properly indented, and commented. So let's start for the second part. So first is we're going to define an unsorted list named num list. So as you can see, our list is not ordered. It is not it is not in ascending order. So atong button right now is we will be going to use a bubble sort algorithm to sort the elements in ascending order. So before that, we're going to display the unsorted elements first, unsorted list first. So let's print sorted list, list. Let's try. Okay, no error so far. So we're going to do right now, we will be going to do a bubble sort algorithm to sort the list in ascending order. So to make a bubble sort, we'll be needing a nested for loop. The outer loop is to traverse the list, and the inner loop is to compare elements or swap them based or swap the elements based on a specific condition. So for the outer loop, outer for loop to traverse the list. So for, let's say, pass, we'll be needing this. What's that? Pass in range 1 len num list minus 1. So the outer loop will run from 1 to the len num list minus 1. So the value of the len num list is the number of the elements inside our list. So that the number of elements inside our list is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's 7 so the outer loop will run the outer loop will run from 1 to 7 minus 1. So that is 1 up to 6. So for the inner loop, for comparing elements, comparing and swapping elements is for num in range len num list minus 1 minus plus. So the inner loop will run for, so in the first pass, the inner loop will run for 7 minus 1 minus the value of pass. So in the first pass, the value of pass is 1. So in the first pass, the inner loop will run for 7 minus 1 minus 1. So that is 5. In the second pass, the inner loop will run for 4 times. I know. Is 2, 3, 7, 4 times sakto. And in the third pass, the loop will run for 3 times. And in the fourth pass, the inner loop will run for 2 times, and so on and so forth. So the inner loop is used for comparing and swapping elements. So if num list num is greater than num list num plus 1, okay, so this condition this condition is to compare the current, to compare the value of the current index to the value of the next index. So this condition is to compare if the value of the current index is greater than the value of the next index. If so, the elements will be swapped. So to swap elements, we will write Okay. So let's run this program to see if there are any errors. So far wala pa tayo errors. So far so good. So before we explain sa ako. So if the value of the current index is greater than the value of the next index, then the two elements will be swapped. Okay? For example, in the first pass, the 64 and 34 will be compared. So if the 64 is greater than 34, that means 64 and 34 needs to be swapped. So inana na siya ang code. Okay? It will run until our list is sorted. Okay? So before nato i-print ang final nga sorted list, we will print sa we will display sa the list after each pass of the process. Okay? So to do that, we will print. To make things easier, we will use F to make everything in string. Okay? So pass the variable pass and the variable of our list. Okay, I hope this goes well. Okay, as you can see, after the fifth pass, our list is already sorted. It is in ascending order. It is from highest to low. It is from lowest to highest. Ooh. After that, we will be going to display the final list, final sorted list. So to do that, we will be needing print sorted list and the name of our list, which is num list. Display list after each pass. So there you have it. We have our sorted list using bubble sort. So that's all for the second part of my midterm practical exam, sir. Thank you, sir.